In this life, the most important factor which determines your experience comes down to one fundamental thing. Do you see your life as a drama or a comedy? You see, the thing is, the more seriously you take life, the more you embed your intention to creating attachment, which may not necessarily serve you in your journey on this plane. For when there is attachment with expectation that is seen through the lens of drama, this creates fear. So now, when you couple intention and fear through the lens of a drama perception, your experience, this dream, can quickly turn into a nightmare. And if you look at how the Matrix is designed, it wants you to view life as a drama at every corner, and it really wants you to attach to fear, whether this be in the workplace, whether this be on the news, through the consistent peddling of negativity and fear, whether this be in your day-to-day life, where maybe it be a toxic relationship, an interaction with a certain individual who looks to create conflict in your life. At every corner, there is encouragement for you to take this game very seriously. And I tell you one thing, the more seriously you take this game, it's really just a recipe for more suffering. That's not to say that you don't be impeccable with your word. You should always do what you say, and you should always fulfill your responsibilities with the utmost best from the inner depths of your heart. But you do so with an element of detachment, knowing that your best is enough and the outcome does not matter, for this is a transient experience on a transient plane, and therefore you do not take it too seriously. Therefore, this world that we call reality, which comprises of government, financial markets, laws, society, is all just one big agreement as to what we have taken seriously, and therefore it becomes real. So therefore, to truly exit the Matrix is to detach from fear. For when we detach from fear, we detach from the perception of the falsehood of what is real, which is what I just described, society's dream. So it's really simple, and I'm going to give you a few tips as to how you can detach from fear once and for all, to see through the veil of illusion that an individual calls reality, which is exceptionally malleable, just so you know. Step one is to recognize the transience of all that lies in front of you. Whether this be your job, your relationships, your title, your own status, your perception of yourself. Recognize that all of these things will eventually fade, and therefore do not take it too seriously, for when you do, you attach and you ignore the richness of what lies in front of you. And the minute you stop taking these aforementioned factors seriously, you can truly start seeing the beauty of this game. The second factor to actually detach from the Matrix is awareness. You would need awareness that you were taking the game seriously and were instilling fear into your day-to-day activities to begin with. And the best way to cultivate awareness is through meditation. It's through really just exercising your best efforts on a daily basis to remain centered on your heart, which is immune to the falsehood of this matrix. For love, peace, joy, the inner fruits of your divine spirit which dwell within you are immune to the falsehood of this matrix. So the more you put your awareness on these things, the more you'll be able to see through the falsehoods and thereby detach from fear. The third thing you can do to see through the veil centers on really coming back to the present moment and cultivating your power in the now. For when you are centered in the now, falsehood dissolves automatically, and the power of your presence automatically comes to the forefront. And the best ways to do these is essentially, besides for meditation, also utilizing breath work, exercising, and really just focusing on your physical movement to understand that you are experiencing this moment in the now. The next thing you need to do, which is so important, is to really just take an inventory of your fears, of your limiting self-beliefs. And through doing this, you will essentially identify what you are attached to. And the easiest way to do this is to basically just look at what makes your stomach turn. And I know that sounds a bit grotesque, but it's the reality of it. For if you're on a Sunday and you're experiencing anxiety, what factors are leading you to experiencing that? Is it your job? Is it a relationship? Is it a dream you haven't pursued? Not only on the external, but also on the internal. Maybe you fearful that you're not good enough on your day-to-day interactions. Only you yourself will know this. And I encourage you to truly look within. And a great way to identify this is to journal every single day. Just allow yourself to write and see what comes up. Look at the recurring patterns and ask yourself whether these patterns serve you. So in essence, we have essentially become like fish looking through a bowl, and the window is misty with fear. And the only way we can clear our windows and see truth in this game we are playing is to detach from fear and replace the fear on the windscreen with peace, love, joy, and a heart which overcomes all opposing forces.